We jamming today. We jamming today on a Thursday. We got the Face of Boxing fighting this Saturday night in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City. To all you Canelo Alvarez fans, I'm not talking about Canelo. I'm talking about the current Face of Boxing, Gervonta Tank Davis taking on Frank the Ghost Martin in a battle of undefeateds. As Tank will be putting up his WBA title in the lightweight division. Frank Martin is ranked number 2 in the WBA. Both guys are undefeated. And this is a great stylistic matchup. I think both fighters' style and way of fighting is going to lend itself to being a very, very, very entertaining matchup this Saturday night. Gervonta Tank Davis has never faced a fighter like Frank Martin. Frank Martin ain't never faced a fighter like Gervonta Tank Davis. They're not going to be able to emulate each other's style and sparring. They might get some fighters close to that style, but nothing like the style that each fighter is going to bring to the table. So it's going to come down to in-ring adjustments. The head trainer of both fighters is going to play a big part in this fight, making the proper adjustment as the fight progresses. And I just think it's going to be a great, great matchup, man. Somebody old must go. Gervonta Tank Davis has been on this stage before. This is going to be another day at the office. This way he got the advantage over Frank Martin, the more experienced fighter, as far as being on that big stage. We don't know how Frank Martin going to act on the big stage. You know, we seen this when Timothy Bradley, who was a accomplished fighter, was a champion. But when he got that fight with Manny Pacquiao, it took him some rounds to get his sea legs up under him. And he lost a lot of those early rounds. Now, he was able to rally and win a controversial decision over Manny Pacquiao. I actually had that fight a draw, but you could tell that the occasion got to Timothy Bradley, man. It took him a while to kind of get himself together. And if Frank Martin has those same problems, he could get put to sleep, man, because unlike Pacquiao, Gervonta Tank Davis got the one-hitter quitter. He can put you to sleep like he gave you some NyQuil. Make no mistake about it. Now, Pacquiao had power too, man, but his power was more of a 1-2, get your body, catch you with some shots that you don't see. Not necessarily Gervonta Tank Davis. He got the different type of power. He ain't got to just catch you with some shots that you don't see. You can see it coming and still get put to sleep. He's a different breed, Gervonta Tank Davis. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. It's going to be an interesting matchup. You got two southpaw fighters, so what that means is both guys going to be looking to establish the jab. Their weapon is the left hand, and it's going to come down to who's able to establish the jab, because if you're able to establish the jab, you can take away the opponent's main weapon, that being the left hand. So it's going to be very, very, very prevalent for Gervonta to out-jab Frank if he want to win this fight. It's going to be very prevalent for Frank to out-jab Gervonta if he wants to win this fight, man. It's going to barely boil down to who's able to establish the jab. Now, one thing I do like about Frank Martin is that's unlike any opponent that Tank has fought. He's very athletic. He's got good defensive skills. And even when he get caught with shots, he knows how to parry punches. What I mean by that is he knows how to take steam off the opponent's punch. He never get caught with clean shots. He never get caught with flush shots. He knows how to do the shoulder roll, take a lot of steam off the opponent's shots. Even though he might not be able to get out the way of the punch, he's able to roll a lot of those shots. He does a very great job of that. He kind of reminds me of Pernell Whitaker. He's not quite to that level, but I call him the poor man's Pernell Whitaker. And when you got Gervonta Tank Davis, he's like a combination of Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather, man, because he got the power of Mike Tyson, he's got the boxing skills of Floyd Mayweather. Now, he kind of looks for one shot at times. He doesn't throw too many combinations. He looks to land accurate shots. He's very selective because I think he don't like to throw 2 or 3 punches at a time, because when you're throwing 2 or 3 punches at a time, you're leaving yourself open to be countered. So he's not, he doesn't really like to do that unless he got his opponent hurt. And he learned that up under Floyd Mayweather Jr. Floyd was like that, especially when he went from pretty boy Floyd Mayweather to Money May. He was looking to land the straight left hand, the jab, the straight right hand, right hooks, straight right hands, left hooks, shots at a time. He wasn't looking to put too many 2-3 punches combination unless he had his opponent hurt, because he didn't want to leave himself open and get counted. And that's what Tank is looking to do, man. But he's got power on both hands. He's one of the best hook artist in boxing, man. That boy got some beautiful hooks, man. And one thing I like about Tank, man, he does a great job of disguising his punches. He get your opponent thinking he's gonna throw one punch in, and he get you to bring your guard down, then he hit you with a vicious shot to the body, a vicious shot to the liver. It make you think he gonna go to the body, and you bring your hand down, and he come over the top with a right hook. You know, them type of things, man. That guy does a great job of disguising his punches, and that's one thing Frank Martin gonna have to be on his P's and Q's as far as understanding that when this guy is trying to set you up, doing a lot of feints and looking to get you to buy what he's selling, you cannot buy what he's selling, because he's really trying to set you up with a knockout shot. Another thing he tried to do that's very, 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 very smart on Gervonta Tank Davis' part, he'll throw some shots in the high while you got your high guard up. He'll throw like 2 right hooks, and you got your high guard up. You're catching all them right hooks. You're catching all your right hooks. But all he's doing is setting you up for a left hook. Because while he'll throw 2 right hands while you got your guard up, and then he'll get you to bring your guard down a little bit. Then anticipate him coming with a 3rd right hand, and then you got your left hand up, and then he come over the top with a left hook, catch you with a flush shot. But he does a good job of setting things up, setting traps. Just a beautiful boxer, man, and this guy's going to be hard to beat, man, because you got to be perfect from round 1 to round 12. But Frank Martin has got the goods. Him and Shakur Stevenson have the goods to present a lot of problems for Tank Davis. Their guys are very, very good boxers. Now, I do think that Shakur is probably a little bit more consistent in his style than Frank Martin, but I do think Frank Martin is a little bit better puncher than Shakur, but both of those guys have similar styles. Another thing that Shakur like to do, he can sit in the pocket with you, and you still couldn't hit him. He can fight you in one of them phone booth type of fights, and you still ain't able to get a good shot on him. His defensive skills is just that top notch. And Frank Martin is not quite up to that. He's a little bit more of a guy that, like I say, he looks to parry punch. He looks to take steam off the opponent's punches. But he's not consistent in his style, and I think that's going to be to his demise, taking on a fighter of the caliber and the power of a Gervonta Tank Davis. But again, this fight's going to boil down to the jab. Both guys are southpaws, so the right jab is going to be prevalent, because you steady hitting your opponent with a jab, doubling up on the jab. The opponent's going to have to constantly reset, and that's basically unarming him of his main weapon, that being the straight left hand out of southpaw stance. If he's constantly resetting, he's not able to set up his left hand, and that's what's going to be the main tipping point in this particular matchup. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. I think it's going to be a very, very competitive fight. It's going to be real close down the stretch, but I just think that when Frank Martin go into one of them lows like he had in his last fight against Autumn, I think Gervonta going to capitalize on that. He's going to catch him with a shot, and I think he's going to get a stoppage in a great, great fight. 11th round stoppage by Gervonta Tank Davis, and I think this will be the best win of his career. He's going to have to go through some turmoil in this fight, ladies and gentlemen. He's going against a very good fighter. This guy's got a beautiful jab. He's got a beautiful 1-2. He knows how to control distance. He's great in the mid-range. He's got decent power, and he's a guy that's he's one of them guys that when you watch him, maybe on TV, you be like, oh, he good, but ain't nothing special about him. When you get in the ring with him, you be like, damn, this dude is real special. He's a little bit better live than he is actually on TV, man. I don't think TV gives Frank Martin his just due. Now, you get the just due out of Gervonta Davis because he's putting his opponents to sleep. He's giving them highlight reel knockouts. But I think Frank Martin's boxing ability is being unappreciated, man. He's one of the most skillful boxers in boxing. I think that'll be on full display this Saturday night. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Can't wait for this matchup. Gervonta Tank Davis, I think it's going to have to be a little bit busier. I think Frank Martin's going to try to up the tempo, make Tank fight a little bit faster than he wants to, make Tank have to commit more than he wants to, make Tank have to let his hands go more than he wants to, make Tank a little bit uncomfortable, make Tank not be a fighter that's looking to be selective and taking his time, controlling the fight and making his opponent fight at his pace. I think he's going to try to speed up Tank. If he's able to do that, then it'll play into the hands of Frank Martin. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. I like Tank by 11th round stoppage. I think he gets the job done. At that point, he could be down in the fight. You know what I'm saying? It could be 5-5 going into the 11th round. It could be 6-4 Frank Martin. Gonna be a lot of swing rounds where Frank Martin might be doing a lot of good things, but he might be getting caught with some eye-popping, clean, staggering type of shots, which may be swayed around to Tank Davis in the judge's opinion. And I'm gonna tell you right now, if the fight is close, it's going to Tank Davis. He's the A-side. He is the money man for the PBC. He is the money man in Vegas along with Canelo Alvarez. So Frank Martin needs to understand that. Frank Martin needs to make it clear. He needs to dominate from round 1 to round 12, and he needs to close the show on a high level to leave no doubt that he is the deserved winner. So we will see what happens, and we will see what transpires. Follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Before I give you my platforms to let's check this video out in, let me know who y'all like in this fight. Let me know in the comment section. If you like Tank Davis, put it in the comment section. If you like Frank Martin, put it in the comment section. If you think it's going to be a knockout, give me what round in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, and follow me on Facebook, Gerard Briscoe. Follow me on TikTok, JB Sports New Media. Follow me on Twitch at BriscoeJai77071, and follow me on my 2 channels at JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, 9656, and my other channel at JB Sports 3303, and like, share, and subscribe to JB Sports, the man, the myth, the legend, and I holla.